Lo! An anatomical trip to Jerusalem, musical sketch of a keyhole pretending to be a noun, then a verb. Everything will be made clear once you enter our paper-tiled apartments. We shall take into account your unfamiliar mind and your fragile heart. We shall appreciate in return your full and precious commodity of awareness, of calm, solitary confinement. We're both in this together. We might as well hold hands. Your keys, sir or madame. Do what thou wilt in accordance to universal love, paraphrasing, interpreting Horace the child. You are who you are. Fuck therapy. Paraphrasing, interpreting Yahweh. God is a big cock, I'm telling you. Paraphrasing, interpreting Allah. Feed on my bush or perish as food. Paraphrasing, interpreting Kibele. Do you want to fuck the truck, or do you wish the truck to fuck you? Paraphrasing, interpreting Ganesha. Preface, not preface. Preface. A bit of advice and experience of this work, or in the consumption of any literature, excluding manuals. Words are mass. Title of first poem. God or dog. In the beginning there was the Word, and it was whole and holy. We were so close to it we could not see it. Now we are hovering over eternity by the mere act of spelling, by the nascent notion of an image. Now we are hovering over eternity. The keys of the universe on a Mac tablet are trigger-happy fingertips waiting for music to spew out our fingertips. You want to be beautiful, don't you? But you want your own version of beauty. That's good. It's good to have an opinion. That's good, child. Never lose that. That's why I made you, so you could have that. In the beginning there was the Word, and you couldn't see it or the page, because in the beginning there was the Word. And we were so close to it, how could you see it? It's like fish being in water. You don't hear fish talking about being in water, right? Right?
Right.
In the beginning there was the individual, the indivisible, the invincible. Imagine a white room whose walls you couldn't ever find. I like white because it reminds me of the page. The Word cannot be without the page. Its roots are in vibration, in space. The verbal word, a ghost hanging upon ripples of air. Its bed, its tomb. Is everybody in? Is everybody in? Is everybody in? Why don't we ever attempt to read the white space choking our literature? It's daunting, isn't it? How do you recite an erasure? How do you address an entity that is omnipresent yet absent? How it, though limbless, shapes flat ink into blazing runes in our heads. How it, without effort, like Atlas, bears upon its paper shoulders the entire weight of the author's soul. Is this what savants read instead of the ink, and as a result, consume everything? Perceiving the finite infinity of the page, it's a wonder we're bogged down by the mysterious cunning craft of the Word. Grimoire, grammar, spelling, spells. Do you get me, brother? Evolved monkey doodle is adopting neural claws that latch onto our unsuspecting wickedness. How very social of us to permit such calls. The living room is packed. You're in the kitchen juggling work, love, sex, and the appearance of normalcy. That is to say, the business of mass. While some shady types have sneaked into your bedroom, into your closet, under your bed, waiting for the others to get bored and leave or fall asleep. Waiting for you to come and drop your body. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Crude scrawlings with legs and tentacles drooling over your dog-tired dream essence. Copying a feel on your logged personality. Imposing a thought into a psychological orifice. And another. Salvation lies in space, the space-consuming objects, the space-permeating objects, the space-moving objects, the silence between letters. When a ripple cuts upon surface, do we blame the fish or the spider for the interruption? Or do we blame the atmosphere and the ocean for their momentum? Do you know? Do you know for sure space is not moving you? Do you know for sure it is in space creating the heavenly densities, compressing dust into planets and fireballs, creating gravity fields out of pressure, planning your birth and death in the same instant like a photon's perspective? Isn't it space that crushes or stretches our lives into stories? The space of a battlefield, a hotel suite, a stage. Space is an invisible world that lies in the blank page, from which the pen evokes story. You know that, right? Did you know space is alive? It's breathing in a way. It's just one big, infinite organism. Go ahead, ask a mountain. Space is intelligent. Find an orchid and query one of its petals. Space is throbbing. Just feel your own body. The evidence is abundant. Pick a relative and eat its silent answer. Space, the page, consumes us and nourishes us. From the vastness between electrons and neutrons, to the vastness between galaxies, to the vastness of meaning in the silent beats upon the actor's visage. Space is in bed with God. Space is God. Space and God are in bed. Molecules are as fragile as words in the face of the nuclear pen. That solidity is an illusion of electrons conspiring. That most of what you see is but a handful of grain against the everlasting night of the silvered beach. Dark energy, dark matter, titles better suited to the realm of magicians. But then again, scientists were shot out by alchemists, as alchemists were shot out by shamans. Existence is an Ouroboros. While being read by a lone hand, the snake we call the book kisses itself from cover to cover. As newly dead physicists welcome the shaman's embrace in the page, the worm's segment feeding your brain comes home to its 3-pound tube, the brain. Did you know the number of neural connections you're capable of far exceed the total number of particles in the observable universe? Do I have to spell it out for you? Do I have to spell it out for you?